Module 4, Applications of GUV. In this module, we will explore taking a closer look at ultraviolet, the differences between UVA, UVB, and UVC, common GUV applications, upper room germicidal ultraviolet, and whole room germicidal ultraviolet applications. You already saw the electromagnetic spectrum in an earlier module. This really serves as a reminder as to where UVA, UVB, and UVC lies within the electromagnetic spectrum. So remember that ultraviolet light is not visible. We cannot see it. And it is important to recognize now that the ultraviolet C region specifically is known for its germicidal properties. Let's take a closer look at the ultraviolet A, B, and C region. So here you can see that UVC has a higher energy as compared to UVB or UVA. So UVC is responsible for reddening of skin and eye irritation. Now here's our first word alert. It also inactivates bacteria and viruses. So inactivating bacteria and viruses means they can no longer replicate in their disease-causing state, and it renders an organism harmless. So the UVB region causes burning, skin aging, and is responsible for skin cancer. UVA is responsible for tanning. The sun naturally generates ultraviolet A, B, and C rays. 95% of UVA reaches the Earth, whereas only 5% of UVB reaches the Earth. Now, UVC is actually completely filtered out by the ozone layer. Imagine if UVC would not be filtered out. Life on Earth would not be possible the way we know it. Artificial UVC lamps can be made to inactivate unwanted viruses or bacteria, where we then use this UVC to, as we said earlier, kill those germs in the air. Applications of artificial UVA and B can be found everywhere. They're used in curing, to detect counterfeit money, EPROMs, detecting scorpions with black light, vitamin D, criminal investigations, and in tanning booths. Applications of GUV in disease prevention can be found in many different places. For example, GUV can be used in duct systems to treat the air. It can be used in upper room GUV systems where the upper air in a room is treated. It can be found in whole room GUV systems that in a sense shine downward and treat air and can also treat surfaces at the same time. In this image, we see an example of disease prevention using an upper room GUV fixture. So on the left side, and this is a slide from the CDC, they use the terminology UVGI devices, which is the same as upper room GUV. So these devices create a zone in the upper part of a room, and it is called a disinfection zone because the UVC in that upper part of the room continuously disinfects the air. This image shows actual applications of this upper room GUV. So in the upper left, you can see, and the lights were turned off, how the GUV actually travels. And I know you can see this blue light. Well, that is not GUV. Remember, the ultraviolet region is invisible, but some of these man-made lamps also generate visible light. So here we see the visible light, but at the same time, these lamps generate mostly this germicidal ultraviolet. Now, on the very right-hand side, we see an image where one of these GUV fixtures is actually hung and suspended from a ceiling. So this then helps to treat very large areas. So you can see, depending on the application, different fixtures can be manufactured and installed. In this image, you can see what we call whole room GUV fixtures. So these GUV fixtures treat, so to speak, the whole room. They can be installed on ceilings, they can be mounted on tripods. So depending on the type of fixture, you can find them in different configurations and mountings. This image offers a nice example of a whole room and upper room GUV installation, where you can see the left side of the image shows the whole room GUV fixture, and on the right side it shows the upper room GUV fixture. Here's a close-up look of GUV applications. The one I mentioned earlier, HVAC air disinfection. You can see how the UVC lamps are installed in the air ducts. And on the right-hand side, we can use UVC lamps to disinfect surfaces. GUV can also be found for drinking water disinfection, which is actually very common application, and you can find GUV disinfection in municipal wastewater treatment. So let's review the key points of what we just covered. The sun naturally generates UVA, UVB, and UVC rays. Some of UVA and UVB reach the Earth's surface. UVC is completely filtered out by the ozone layer and does not reach the Earth's surface. UVC has germicidal properties, and UVC inactivates, meaning it kills, bacteria and viruses. Man-made germicidal ultraviolet GUV lamps are used for disease prevention. GUV lamps are used in many different applications to eliminate unwanted bacteria and viruses from the air, on surfaces, and in water.